Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Wednesday. Yesterday we had highs mostly in the upper 70s and low 80s, a few mid 70s in Emporia and in Kansas City. I expect very similar temperatures for most areas over the next couple of days with upper 70s and low 80s. We did also have some rain yesterday, and see a little bit of difference in the Topeka area of Forbes versus Billard, and certainly Manhattan getting the most, at least from the actual airports. But here's a look at what we've had so far since Sunday. Many spots have had at least a quarter-inch worth of rainfall. The higher rainfall totals south and east of the Turnpike, especially down near I-35, and another area of some heavier rainfall around the Marysville area. So just kind of depending on where you are. We also had a few wind reports yesterday, a couple in Shawnee County and West Topeka, or just west of Topeka, and you can see some of the wind reports officially. We had a 55-mile-per-hour wind gust at 5:56 yesterday evening in Silver Lake, and then in Pauline, or the Auburn area, getting a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust at 5:52 in the evening. So those are some of our notable reports that have come in from yesterday's storms. Meanwhile, here's where we stand now with monthly rainfall, and again, we need more. I don't think we're going to get more. I think we're going to, unfortunately, this is it for rainfall for the rest of the month. It's a very, very low chance as we get towards the end of the week from Hurricane, what will be Hurricane Helen, but I don't expect much. Upper 70s and low 80s today, lots of sunshine, certainly no chance of any rain today, as we'll have plenty of sun for today after a little bit of fog early in the morning, and not much going on for tomorrow either. Once we get into Friday, though, here's a look at what to expect Friday. Some clouds and rain off to our east early in the morning. This is from the impacts of Helen, as it continues to work its way up to the north across the eastern half of the country. And so you can see how that cloud cover and rain kind of backtracks a little bit to the east throughout the day Friday, but the rain staying well off to our east and keeping us dry. You'll notice that we do get into some of that cloud cover, though, and so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. Meanwhile, as you can see of the latest on the hurricane track of Helen, I don't usually like showing current condition maps, but I'll show it to you here anyway. That 1 a.m. time frame of where it is, and expected to increase and intensify today. Look at that. By Thursday evening, a Category 3 as it gets close to making landfall in Florida, but just as quickly as it strengthened, it weakens considerably by Friday morning. Back down, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on that, back down to 35 miles per hour from 120 in just a span of 12 hours. So very, very quickly to weaken once it does make its way over landfall. And you can kind of see the difference as far as it kind of backtracks a little to the west. So depending on how far west it goes, where the track actually ends up being, as it makes its way onto land and it becomes just a regular storm system, that will depend on how much of the clouds, maybe a little bit of rain, makes its way into our area for Friday and or Saturday. So that's why I'm going with the mix of sun and clouds on those 2 days. Because we're starting off a little bit warmer on those 2 days, I am expecting it to be a little bit warmer by the afternoon. Not by much, though, even with the clouds. And temperatures pretty much are generally going to be in the mid-70s to mid-80s for the next 8 days across northeast Kansas, depending on cloud coverage and how much sun we get. But as far as rain is concerned, don't count on it. Here's a look at what to expect through Wednesday across the entire state, and it's nothing. Nothing with the European, and give it a second. Sometimes the GFS is a little bit slow. Nothing with the GFS. I'm just going to check that to make sure. Yeah, I'm checking it here on here. It's nothing. We're not going to see any rain at all as we end the month of September and to begin October. So no surprise here, pretty much all above average temperature-wise and all below average precipitation-wise, and all of our time frames. So hopefully you got what you wanted yesterday. Wasn't much over the past couple of days, but that's all we have. So if you want to get your car washed, now's the opportunity. I guess that's the positive takeaway from it. Otherwise, enjoy the beautiful weather that we'll have. Winds less than 10 miles per hour over these next couple of days. Humidity staying low. You couldn't ask for better weather conditions. other than the fact that you might want some more rain, but we'll take what we can get. Enjoy the day and hydrate too. Yeah, it might not be too hot, might not be too humid, but still a good idea to make sure you're hydrating if you're planning on being outside for an extended period of time.